Here we go. Namaste everyone. Today is Natural Ecoliving Group 43 webinar, and today's topic is Introduction to Siridhanya, Positive Millets, and Natural Lifestyle to Follow for a Healthy Baby. And today our presenter is Dr. Khadar Garu, the Millet Man, Millet Messiah, and the visionary, the ecologist, scientist, who has enough fire to ignite fire in many people for a natural eco-living. So far, we have many doctors saying, use this pill, you do this diagnosis, science is great, all the stuff, but none of them has given any concrete solution or natural way of solution for all the problems. And today we are glad that we are hosting the webinar from the Dr. Khadar Garu. And the topic is also, many people will give many guidelines, like, what is the diet, how to take, what not to take, what is the way of living. But there are only few who will give the guidance to how to prevent the lifestyle diseases. Because of what we are eating, that is causing the main problems today. It's not only making people sick, it's also making people, it's also making environment is a disaster, increasing the pollution, increasing the global warming. There are so many stuff. And there are only few experts or few professionals who can also guide for the welfare of next generation to have a healthy kids, healthy being. Now, for giving introduction to Khadar sir, we don't need any special introduction now, because he reached many mass people, the different continents, different class mass people, and now everybody know how millets are benefit, and especially the positive millets, and how they are really helping many people, and many lakhs of people got benefited from these wonder grains. Now, in today we will listen more about from sir, what are the lifestyle changes we have to follow, and what are the Siridhanyas we have to take, especially for those who are planning for kids before conceiving, during pregnancy, after delivery, until kid become 9 months old. And we'll hear more about from the doctor, sir. Khadar sir, over to you, sir.
Yes. అందరికి తెలుగులో చెప్తున్నామా ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట్లాడుతున్నామా?
ఇంగ్లీష్ సార్.
ఇంగ్లీషా? ఏ అందరూ ఇంగ్లీష్కి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు తెలుగు వదిలేసి?
Telugu we have a lot of content. English we don't have much. So.
Okay, that's fine. No problem. Yeah. Basically, we all have to understand and live with nature. In the last 40-50 years, we have gone away from it. And I cannot but speak about the present condition, the COVID-19, which is actually a result of we disconnecting with nature and then daily being involved in destroying the natural elements and completely getting away from nature. And if you actually watch all the epidemics, and one pandemic that we are aware of, the Spanish flu, the plague from India, Spanish flu from Spain, Mexico swine flu. So someone ate pig in Mexico and came into Bangalore through airplane, and then 1,500 people died in Bangalore because swine flu spread. And so this is the kind of epidemics, pandemic. All these epidemic and pandemic conditions are connected to meat. And sadly, the present day established medical system doesn't speak a single word about this important parameter, that why these things are happening. And they are talking about vaccines, ventilators, and the tablets, and no vaccines, no ventilators, no tablets, nothing is going to, no personal protective equipment, All these things are all just a peripheral adjustments that you can maybe statistics that you can reduce this much, reduce that much, and lockdowns. All these things are good when the pandemic hits you because you do not know what to do. So we have to come to a complete standstill, and the whole world has come to a standstill. According to me, it is a good thing because the way we are behaving on this planet, nature has reminded us what at least few of us would do little bit to the nature and towards our health. But at the same time, I cannot say I'm happy about the present condition because by now, the last 100 years, we would have learned what to do, what not to do. This pandemic, epidemic, and seasonal. All these pandemics will become epidemics, epidemics will become seasonal. And that's what we have a lot of examples, like the flu. Influenza flu has become seasonal. And people are still dying. And these guys keep talking about vaccines. You know, some vaccine will come and save the human race. Absolutely not. People should have some common sense. If they continue to listen to these pharmaceutical companies and establishment, you are nothing but a fool. It is that you need to learn how to build immunity. Only now in the last 5 to 10 days, people are talking about immunity. I have spoken about immunity in January first week. We released few videos about that and YouTube removed it. Sadly. The information we somehow again got it into smaller videos and then spread it all along. The simple thing is that immunity is the basis of everyone's health, and that is not going to come overnight. It has to be with you all through. Every day you have to conduct yourself in such a way that you are immune strong all the time. But sadly, the world is now completely compromised with regards to the immunity. That's why we are seeing all these troubles. So, and the doctors and the establishment, instead of talking about immunity improvement techniques and the way we do, there is no research, absolutely no research done with regards to this. And even a place like our Ayurveda systems should have talked about it long ago. They have not talked about it. They were just telling this, that, this. And fundamentally, immunity depends on the food, the various varieties of foods that the nature offers to us. Different decoctions, different vegetables, different fruits, different roots, different grains. All these harbor wonderful antigens in the form of viruses, bacteria, and antigenic chemicals or proteins or big, large molecules within themselves that can train our immune system on a daily basis so that as and when a pathogenic bacteria or virus things come into your system, it is taken care of then and there. All issues completely negated in the first instance itself. And this is how we should be immune ready on any given day. And it doesn't happen. It's not a business. You go and buy your immunity. Whatever you do with the medical help, it's going to be a temporary stuff. So the immunity is as good as you are. So you need to be good to keep maintaining the health. And the basis of health is your strong immunity towards all these dangers that are ever present. You cannot say, I don't like to live with bats, I don't like to live with this. Nature has all this, and viruses are all around us. We are actually floating in viruses, bacteria, everything. So it is our insane industrial food culture which has completely driven us not to even think about it. See, we have a huge medical system boasting of technology, and we don't even know what to do with this virus. And sadly, I'll give you an example. In the last 40 days, we have been seeing patients, and some of them are asking me, the virus is like lemon size, sir. because that's what this media has been floating around, all these balls of so-called coronavirus with all those tentacles around. And then, but they have not told that virus is the smallest of things, because you watch 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours of TV, not even one says this is small, and that should be the first sentence every time that they report about virus. So we have managed to spread all kinds of information that is not true or a fact. And see, I am living in Mysuru. I am not talking about a village or in a small place asking this question. Okay, so that is the way our technology and all the people are running around. Actually, I feel so sad to see everyone running around like headless chickens, and no one knows what is going on. And all these guys are simply talking, and we are all waiting for a vaccine, I believe. Huh? What vaccine can be? Vaccine is all peripheral stuff. And in fact, vaccines have actually been the responsible cause for many of the kids being not born proper. Coming into the today's meeting topic, that how do we get healthy kids? And see, if you are healthy, you will get healthy kids. Very simple. Huh? How do you be healthy is the most important question that we need to ask. And without the right grains, right food, so right materials going into your system, you cannot generate the right immunity. And so it is the immunity that we all need to be working for on a daily basis, not on a single day. So temporarily, we have actually been able to zoom in 7 different leaf decoctions, which we have talked about it in the last 10 to 15 years for various these kinds of epidemic or pandemic conditions. Those 7 leaves, I will now again mention: Bermuda grass, holy basil, giloy, egale, pongamia, Ajdaricta, that is neem, and then people. So these 7 leaves decoctions, once in 2 days, 14 days, and again repeat once more. So in a 28 days period, you get enough immunity not to be bothered about this corona or H1N1 or H5N1, whatever, these viruses and bacteria. They are vector-based diseases, infectious diseases, or man-to-man, whatever. These kinds of conditions can be negated with the immunity generated by these diversified antigenic properties that will help us to build a strong immunity towards all these pandemic or epidemic conditions. So that being said, now we are compromising a lot of things in the modern day living so that we are able to actually successfully produce autistic kids to the extent of 28%, because we have proudly been displaying IVF centers in small towns also nowadays. That means the ovum and the sperm production and their natural fertilizing conditions have been screwed up in the human race, which has been the case in the West for a long time. The evidence is that Germany, there are no kids. The average age of Germans are now 49 or 50. So you can see what is happening all around the world, and the similar food habits have been completely, what do I call, welcome in India in the last 20-30 days, because we also switched to this modern day production of this soybean, corn, and making meat, making these animals squeeze in small spaces in the name of economic model. We want to make more money, more meat, more for less work, less expenditure. These kinds of economic parameters have decided to produce the unnatural meat with the help of steroids and antibiotics. And we in turn are consuming this on a regular basis. Even if you are not a meat eater, you are consuming the rice, wheat, which are actually produced on industrial basis in large quantities with humongous amounts of pesticides and fertilizers being used rampantly, the soil going completely infertile, and in fact it is becoming desert. Conditions are created in Punjab, in Andhra, wherever these fertilizers and pesticides are used. In a matter of 10 to 15 years, the soil is losing all its capacity to harbor any microbes or earthworms or such wonderful conditions that you can say the soil is fertile. So we're killing not only the health of the human race, we're also killing the mother soil. The soil, the top layers, say 1.5 feet, is the most important stuff for food production. And we have successfully managed to kill it because these fertilizer companies want you to keep using their fertilizers on a regular basis. They kill the fertility. These are all simply planned by these corporate companies so that their products are being used in large quantities, and so we keep paying price for it. And then followed by the pesticide companies, then followed by the so-called pharmaceutical companies. In the name of taking care of your health, they're managing your unhealth and nothing else. See, there is a difference. They're managing your ill health. They are not giving you health. If you want health, you have to produce food naturally and eat the right food to be healthy. So there is a distinction. All the human race has to understand this, that the production of food is directly connected to your health, and pharmaceutical industry is not connected to your health. It is connected to your ill health. This point, if you understand, then you know if you want to be healthy, where to go, not to the hospitals, but to the right farmers who produce food without these fertilizers and pesticides. So the ecological balance is calling the human race. The human race is actually has behaved very shamefully in the last 2-3 months. So the moment they've opened the bars, the liquor, people are lining up. Can you believe this? And each liter of liquor to produce, we are using around 30 to 40,000 liters of water, natural resources. And we are shamelessly encouraging these conditions. Governments are puppets in these corporate companies' hands. I cannot believe this is what has happened. I thought this was a window where everyone understands the situations and we come out of it with common sense and wisdom. I don't believe there is a proof of this happening in the near future also. Anyway, we need to understand very carefully that what we eat is what we are made of. So if you want to have a real healthy kid, you father and mother who is going to get the kid has to be healthy in the first place. So you want to get a good healthy kid, at least start 1 or 2 years before itself minding and being aware of what you are eating. So all these issues are so important. The background is ripe for people to understand what I am talking. See, when first I was speaking about the 7 kashayams for immunity, people were scoffing at me. What is this immunity? Because they are not understanding the pandemic situation, or epidemic situation can compromise huge numbers of people's lives like this. It was not in the experience of the general common man. But now Corona has come and taught everyone how to have the healthy, hygienic conditions. And even today, the establishment is still not talking about the real food. They're still saying you can eat meat, but you have to cook at so and so temperature and all these kind of things. See, viruses are not going to die, whether it is 70 degrees or 80 degrees. Once they find their conditions, they will start multiplying. In fact, they are actually not living particles. They are actually dead particles. Only when they come into the conditions that which they can survive, they will start multiplying. So this being the condition, there is nothing that you can do about these viruses other than making your immunity strong on a daily basis. So this is the logic. And your kid who is going to enter into the home also has to become immune strong, means he also has to get the immunity from the mother. So mother has to be healthy on a daily basis. So mother has to start eating these 5 grains, which actually have proven a large number of people, it's not thousands, lakhs of people are enjoying very good health, consuming these wonderful millets, 5 grains, positive grains, out of which little millet is the most essential and important thing for people who want to bear kids, both mother and father, because their sperm and the ovum has to be self. You want to start the protocol of having 3 days of little millet and remaining each day of the week remaining 4 millets: kodo, barnyard, brown top, and foxtail. So this will be your routine, your protocol, that you will eat foxtail millet one day, kodo millet one day, barnyard millet one day, brown top millet one day, and the remaining 3 days little millet called samalu. Because the fiber of samalu, there's 9.8% of fiber, which is very, very good in cleaning up the genital organs, either testicles and sperm production units in males, and then ovum, and then fallopian tube, ovarian tubes, and uterus, all this apparatus that makes the baby. And so it cleans up these systems very carefully and cleanly on a regular basis. So 1 year before itself, if you want to have a healthy baby, you start this protocol. And then there are wonderful decoctions for you. Basically, people corrects the hormone imbalance very easily. Ajadarikta neem, and then Bermuda grass, tulasi, all the wonderful decoctions which we have actually made protocols for each particular condition. Around 50 conditions of human diseased conditions have been tabled. The PDFs are all around. You can ask the organizer of this meeting to send you the PDFs. They're available freely, and you can see the decoctions. And weekly once you keep rotation for the decoctions, and then you are good to go. And we have already recognized the troubles of human race into 3 blocks. One is glucose imbalance, another is hormone imbalance, and another is microbial imbalance. So when the baby is born naturally through the vagina of the mother lodges microbes into the baby, and that microbes starts settling down and starts living in the intestines of the baby, and they work with the physiological system of the human body very symbiotically, producing wonderful chemicals going along with the human baby's development, and starts protecting the baby immune wise. And the mother herself gives antibodies enough for 6 to 8 months in the first 3 to 4 days of the lactation. And that milk, if the baby is not having, due to this so-called IVFs and cesarean births, the lactation doesn't happen properly, then the baby's immunity is compromised, as the baby is born. You see the drastic mistakes that we are doing in the name of modern living and in the name of established allopathic medical systems, preferences in the name of high-tech hospitals, high-tech clinics. All this is absolutely unnatural, and we are creating diseased conditions for the human babies to be born. So I am directly cautioning and requesting people that if you want healthy babies, you need to follow healthy living style, which is very natural and ecologically balanced. So I would sincerely, with closed hands, beg you all not to look at the meat in future, so that the world can live peacefully. And having technologies, machines, and missiles is not going to give peace to the human race, nor to the living animals on this planet. So we need to have that wisdom of choosing what we are and what our kids are going to be. And this is very, very important. In the background of Corona times, we all need to make our decisions based on scientific and logical and common sense should lead us to make the right decisions. But sadly, even today, the whole system, the established governments and all these so-called doctors, they are not talking about how do we make our kids healthy, our kids' immunity strong in the future. All these things should be the top lines, top focus for all of us. But neither media, nor government, nor scientists, nor doctors are talking about this. You can see the Ayurveda system is not allowed to cure people. Homeopathy is not allowed to cure people. No other system other than allopathy. And they don't have any tablets, they have no vaccine, they're still working, looking for it. I don't know the logic, I don't know the scientific basis. See, this is the sad story that we are going through. I hope the human race recognizes all the mistakes and plans for better, healthier future for the kids. So, among the decoctions available for South Indians especially, we have wonderful gongura, which is not available everywhere, but gongura is a wonderful hormone balancing decoction. And of course, Andhra and Telangana people and the Karnataka people also use it as a vegetable and make pickles and all kinds of food dishes, and which is a wonderful thing. So let's, and what we have actually been communicating people is very simple. The complex and complicated conditions can be mitigated by making our lives simple. And instead of seeking this modern day health systems, which are actually managing the ill health and trying to make it as an economic model. Now, can you see now vaccine companies are actually demanding so much money for this. Already they are fixing prices. People are dying here left and right. And now we also have not been watching the TV and not knowing how many people are dying. Now we have got used to it in the last 2-3 months. The early days, oh, 1 case, 2 case, 3 case, like that everyone is. Now we don't know how many cases today in Karnataka, in Tamil Nadu, in Andhra. People are dying. So we all become numbers. But people who are dying and the families who have lost the people, it's not an easy thing. It's not a joke. So if only we all had this common sense and wisdom before, we would not have lost people like this in lakhs. As we speak in America, people are dying in bunches and bunches. And the only reason why we have less deaths in India is because, as I have told long ago, even in December or even in September, that we are still the only nation on this planet who are vegetarians. Of course, there are a lot of non-veg eating people, but the way people eat meat in India is absolutely different from the way other parts of the world eat. They are eating daily 2 times, 3 times meat, but we eat once a week or twice a week because most of us are not very rich. Common man gets to eat once a week or twice a week maximum, and of course, only the last 5-6 years, the so-called rich fellows have started eating daily, and they are going to suffer. They are the fellows who have a lot more diseases, the so-called modern day diseases. And we have delineated for each and every situation of these disease conditions, what are the kashayams, what are the grains, and how to conduct yourself. The most important thing that I want to mention to all of us is the sun. Without sun, there is no life on this planet. So you want to start your day with sun and end your day when the sun sets. And the night should be night. We should not be working. We should be sleeping. And I'm happy for the last 30-40 days, we have closed down 7 o'clock. Everything closed down and there are no businesses running in the nights. Of course, people have started opening up now, all the bars, hotels and all that. I don't believe that people have learnt a lesson. They will again, in a matter of month or two, continue to start eating 24/7 palaus, biryanis, and cocktails, and all these bars will be open till 12 o'clock night, 2 o'clock. All these things are going to happen again, which is a sad thing. I hope the percentage of people visiting bars, eating biryanis, all that will come down drastically in the next few months, at least, if not years, because the human race has a great capacity to forget and continue to do things according to their conveniences and according to their greed. I hope we all are not going to be as bad as we have been all these years. We learn lessons, at least 5% of us will become different and make things happen. I am actually very sad because all these things are going to recur, and this may be only trailer for us, this corona. There may be much more virulent and stronger viruses coming our way. Who knows? If we do not tidy our lives and behave properly on this planet. I'm not trying to scare you people. I'm only trying to make you ready for this, because things are not going to be very easy for future generations if we do not work on ecological models. See, we are all worried about economy. See, the whole world is talking about economy only. No one is talking about ecology. No one is showing us all the wonderful animals running around, and see, once in a while, somewhere it should be the main focus of all the media, and then show us that we should be like this. Instead, what are these guys talking? Crunching their numbers. Oh, see, Sensex falling down. This is going down. That fellow lost 30 billions. This fellow lost. Who cares? We have lost so many lives. What are we talking about? So, economy should be our second priority. Life should be our first priority. So, what do we need to do? Local, regional, food production, distribution of food production, so that we don't screw up the ecology again and again. Let us stop this centralized food production culture. Let's get back to the local, regional production of food, and that means you eat guava, let Kashmiris eat apple, let Canadians eat strawberry. Let us not eat strawberry in India. Let us not worry about apple in Indian fruit stalls. Actually, we should not have apple at all in our fruit stalls. That is the way I envision an ecological way of living. So, local, regional fruits, vegetables, greens should be encouraged. The more number of diversified food items that you feed your babies, don't think I am going away from the topic. I have been talking only about kids, how to be healthy, how to make their lives better, and how do you feed their babies. All these things I am talking. So the baby is born till he grows up till 10 years. If you can feed the baby different kinds of greens, different kinds of vegetables, different kinds of fruits, different kinds of decoctions, different kinds of... Instead, what are we doing in the industrial food culture? Cerelac, Horlicks, Bournvita. If different name, the same thing you are making, American kid also drink and Indian kid also drink. And that's how we are getting autistic kids. And then we are lining up vaccines, 23 vaccines, even before the baby is born. And there are a lot of studies indicating that these vaccines are causing mental disturbances. Kids are becoming compromised in their mental capacities, capabilities, to the extent that many kids are being affected in the physical, motor, neuron conditions also. So all these issues are there. Please watch carefully, and not only you become a vegetarian, not only you become ecologically sensitive person, you please start telling people around you. And that is the most important duty that we all need to fulfill. If not, we will be failing the future generations, and then we will be the criminals of the murdering people en masse. The way we don't think pandemic is, no one is responsible. We are all responsible for these events, because the way we behaved on this planet, whether it is Chinese, now Chinese are saying Americans have done that, Americans or Chinese have done that. This is all nonsense. See, we are all in it. We are all party to this. So we need to change our behavior on this planet right from tomorrow. There is no option. So let's get back to ecological models where we respect nature, we don't destroy nature, grow our food to the principles of natural living, and eat the right food, the right season, right time. All these issues we have actually dealt with in many of my earlier lectures. But the important thing for having good, healthy babies is to be having physically active first 1 or 2 years before you have a baby. That is, say you want to have a baby in 2022, you start right now, all the preparations. So let little millet be more of staple food in your weekly doses, and then different decoctions. You will completely be assured of having a good, healthy baby. And lot of exercise, and the sun. You want to rise up with sun and sleep as soon as the sun sets, maybe in an hour or two, and then switch off all the lights, sleep in dark, because the sleep, good sleep, is responsible for your immunity. So all these issues, if you are aware and then maintain in your lifestyle, you will have no worry at all to give to a wonderful, healthy baby. So I, of course, have to speak about the COVID and the corona conditions. COVID-19 is a condition developed after you get infected with coronavirus. So you may be corona positive, but you may not have reached COVID-19 condition. Okay. Either way, if you can defend coronavirus, you will not reach COVID-19 condition. Okay. It's not only coronavirus, any virus can be defeated if your immunity is strong. And if your immunity is compromised, even common cold and cough can get you. Okay, so it doesn't matter what the virus is, your immunity has to be strong. It doesn't matter whether the virus comes from bat or pig or cow or holy or chicken. It hardly matters. So why should I worry when I have my defenses completely strong? So I don't care. So that's the way everyone should be living. In fact, my video, I mentioned, if be a vegetarian, be fearless. And the only condition to make you fearless is being a vegetarian and local, regional, diversified foods, vegetables, roots, decoctions. This is the only way to go. And this is the only way for you to have healthy babies. Very simple. So now people have to understand this is the crux of our living, to be simple, to live along with nature. This is tied up very tightly that we need to understand. So we cannot go on making parties, drinking alcohol in the night, sleeping at 2 o'clock and getting up at 9 o'clock, not bothered about when is the sunrise. See, this lifestyle, which is now invading even villages, which is a sad thing. This thing should be actually in curriculum. Our books, our teachers, our college, everyone should be talking about these issues. What are we doing? We don't talk about all these things at all. What are we educating ourselves? How to be efficient laborers for these corporate companies? And that is a sad story. So first, let us educate ourselves to be how to be healthy, and that should be our educational system's main primary goal. Earning, yeah, I agree. We do need to get to that also. But then that should be our second priority. This is the first priority, be the whole government, education system. Everyone should be looking at imparting the knowledge how to be healthy, because if there is no healthy society, you are going to have your economies going down. Now all at a sudden, now America's economy is gone down the drain, isn't it? If only they were healthy, nothing would have happened. And I personally think India can get back to the rails of economic system much faster than any other place in the world now, because we are certainly healthier compared to others. People may say we are not healthier, but our immunity is much stronger than many places in the world. You may not have technology, you may not have all it, but we have health, and we still have the means and methods of producing food properly. Only in India it is possible, not anywhere else. So I know it is getting completely invaded by this modern day production of agricultural techniques. But I have great hope on Indian soil and on Indian people, so that we can lead the world in showing the path for the healthy living. And this is the beginning. And I am happy to be part of this wonderful journey, the beginning part of human race. And so I strongly envision, I keep dreaming that the whole world has these 5 positive grains growing in every place, and the human race can just harvest, and food is free for all. Just like water can be free, but we have managed with this corporate culture, we are selling water. Can you believe this nonsense? It is just, I don't know what word I should use. So when I find someone selling water, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It is ridiculous. But people don't understand what I'm saying. See, it is ridiculous to sell water. It is ridiculous to sell water. Government should be making arrangements for anyone to drink water anywhere, and the right, good, clean water. So we have lost that, and we are all keeping quiet. No one has any objection. The water is being sold. So these are the kinds of things that we need to be thinking about. And a civilized society has to evolve to such an extent that we can even give food free to everyone. Instead, we are trying to sell everything. So that's my view. That's the way we should travel. We should try to make everything common, day-to-day needs to be freely available for the human race.
Yeah.
And that should be a real civilized society's goal.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening to me. I may sound mad when I speak like this, but I live in madness. This is the real madness that I really want everyone to be in. And only then the future generations will survive on this planet. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Sudhir, for having me on this platform, and love you all, guys. You can ask questions.
So there are many questions, especially you already covered. I mean, basically people are expecting a webinar on kids planning before conceiving and after pregnancy. I mean, during pregnancy and after childbirth. They're expecting you will give a, like, you know, a protocol. You do this, you do that, add that there. There's all the blah 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 blah. But when you mention, like, you know, you just eat only a little millet more and then other stuff, people are very little get questioning. Is it really works or not? And there are a few questions like, you know, for
Let me reiterate that the people who want to bear kids start eating 3 days little millet, 1 day kodo millet, 1 day barnyard millet, 1 day brown top millet, 1 day foxtail millet. Again, rotate. So that should be your pattern for the next 1 or 2 years. Then your system gets cleaned up and ready, and microbial and hormonal and glucose balance gets set. You will have no problems at all, both the wife and husband, because both to be completely cleaned and cleansed. And this protocol of eating the 5 grains in this pattern certainly gets you there. And then we have actually given the protocol of decoctions and oils. Everything is clearly mentioned in the literature. And in fact, Siridhanya book by Mahbub Nagar Basuraju is there, a small booklet. We have clearly mentioned about the lactating mothers and the pregnant ladies, what to eat, what not to eat. And everything is clearly specified. I like you to provide them the PDF of that booklet.
Yes,
which
we'll follow
I'm
that.
sure. Yeah. And we have actually got everything detailedly written for all the questions. And it's not that I have not answered, but I have actually connected to even today I spoke about all the details, and including I mentioned about decoction of gongura, neem, Bermuda grass, holy basil. These are very important. I have detailedly given, and I told you the reasons why autistic kids, buddhimandya pillalu puttunnaru. All these reasons also I gave you. How vaccines are so scientific, and all these issues I have dealt with. So I thought I have covered every aspect of the topic that you have asked me to speak, along with the background COVID-19 and Corona and pandemic and epidemic. I am sure I have had that in my mind while I was speaking.
No. Basically, people are expecting in such case for multiple.
And I'm actually eager. I will take your question. I'm actually expecting and trying to deliver a message for future generations, younger generations, because it is their behavior, it is their concern, it is their preparedness that is going to lead them into a healthy life or unhealthy life. So beyond having healthy babies, they also should be healthy, no? So all these issues are connected, interconnected. See, having a healthy baby is part of our life. So the whole life has to be addressed. Am I right? Yeah, that's how I saw the topic. And so now you can ask specific questions that if anyone has.
Yes. So we'll take the question from the participants. Vidhya Murali, please ask your question. Vidhya Murali, unmute yourself and ask your question. Yeah.
Sir, I have already put up one question on the chat. The other question that I thought to ask you in person was, you did say, Anuradhaji mentioned that the leaves must be fresh. But that might be a challenge for most of us. Also,
where are you?
I'm currently in Bangalore, sir.
No, in South India, it is not a challenge. It is just that you are challenging yourself by not trying. See, people think everything should come into their houses. So you need to look for it. And in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and other places, all these 7 leaves are very easily available. You just need to look for them. A lot of nurseries are selling. So you need to have some time and energy to spend for your health and future living. So please stop 20% of your economic activities and spend for your ecological activities. Yeah, and that's the answer actually.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's very easy to get in Bangalore. Of course, moving around in Bangalore itself is a tough thing.
Yeah.
But you need to plan. Yeah.
We'll take next question from Deepthi ji. Deepthi BB. Please unmute yourself. Yeah, please ask.
What happened is, in my second IVF cycle, growth of baby was not good.
Yeah.
I underwent IVF cycle and growth of baby was not good, sir. So how to improve the growth and finally abort. So any suggestion to I'm not able to conceive.
I understand. Yeah. See, yes, madam. Yeah, I know the troubles. I have seen a lot of IVF cases. So actually, you see, this IVF process is a very, when things happen naturally, things go just like that, When you want to break down and, each individual hormone balance has to be found, estrogen, progesterone, FSH, it starts with pituitary gland there, but right there in your brain, though your baby is born here. So everything has to be coordinated. That's why I told very clearly, even if they say you cannot have normal kid, please neglect their words. Start, as I told you, 2 years of preparation to have a nice baby. In fact, many people who have aborted 8 times have got natural baby following Siridhanya protocol and enjoying their kids, very healthy kids. Okay. So even if the boy baby born is autistic, there is a protocol for differently abled kids. Many kids are actually getting back to normal health. Okay. So this is the advantage with being natural and living naturally. Okay. Even if by your foolishness, sorry, don't mistake me for that word, not your foolishness. The system is being foolish. They understand? You understand that. So I'm not saying you are foolish. So you are living the way the system is driving you to live. But then it is our job to identify, slow down, get back to natural livings. Okay. So IVF conditions is a very bad situation to start with, because the success rate is only 3 to 6%. That's a separate issue. So forget about IVF, madam. You both, husband and wife, if you have got once abortion, it is very easily possible for you to resurrect your natural systems. So be confident, follow these protocols for 1 or 2 years. You will have natural conception, natural delivery. In fact, just day before yesterday, I received a call from a mother after having delivered a baby that she had earlier done that cesarean baby, and they said you cannot have natural baby. But then she followed this for 1.5 years, both husband and wife. Now, just day before yesterday, they received a baby, natural delivery, no problems whatsoever. Absolutely, everyone is happy. And I keep getting so many reports, so many people that their baby is fine, they got natural delivery, they followed this. Hundreds and hundreds of people calling me up, sending me messages. In fact, I am actually becoming bad, not able to receive calls and even see messages, because I'm flooded with so many number of calls and messages. Nowadays, I'm not even going through my messages, because it's just like huge, like Anjaneyan Toka antam kada, Hanumantani Tokalaga, the numbers. So I'm actually feeling bad that the situation is like that. But I'm happy the information is out there for public to share, and everyone is seeing a lot of benefits. So please do follow. You will be fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take the next question. Sir, you already mentioned before conceiving what is the protocol.
Yes.
What should be the protocol during pregnancy?
During pregnancy, continue the same. Only thing is keep the exercises to mild to middle level. don't go extra mile to take exercises too much. But I strongly advise all the pregnant women to get up in the morning, see the sunrise, spend 15-20 minutes, because vitamin D is the most important, crucial vitamin that is required in many places to do its job. Okay? So either building up strong bones or immunity or cytokine, lot of issues, a lot of physiological places, vitamin D is important. And the best and natural way to get vitamin D is being in the sun, and nothing better than seeing the rising sun and seeing the setting sun. Sunset and sunrise, dawn and dusk, 15 to 30 minutes every day, morning and evening. And we are lucky in India, we will have at least 250 to 230, 280 days of this condition freely available for everyone. So please slowly walk up your terrace and then be exposed to this. And it's very, very important that Kashaya Rangu Kiranalu Manava Jatiki Ati Mukhyam, Kallaku Ati Mukhyam, Annitiki Ati Mukhyam. So this is my special. At this point, I have not stressed all through my lecture, but I have mentioned sunrise and sunset. But special mention, yeah. And it's very important for pregnant women.
Sir, what about the after delivery, sir?
After delivery, absolutely the same conditions. For few people, foxtail millet may seem to reduce the milk. So please avoid for first 6 months foxtail millet. Instead, you use pearl millet, which happily increases very nutritious milk for the baby. Up to 9 months, you don't need to feed the baby anything other than your milk. And many people have been suggesting 6 months onwards you can feed. And yeah, I say 9 months in the tummy, 9 months at the breast. After that, you can start. First thing you want to give again is foxtail millet. Little millet for the baby also. And then introduce millet by millet weekly once. Soak it well for 8 to 10 hours. Cook well, and then make like ganji or semi-solid and start feeding the baby along with vegetables and Niger seed oil or desi ghee. Okay, all these things we have actually clearly mentioned in the booklet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, there are a couple of questions from the group chat regarding the constipation. So mother is asking, my son's age is 20 months. He has been on millet diet since he was in 11 months. He has been passing stools 3 to 4 times in a day for last.
That's good. That's very good. That should be the weight issue.
Okay.
2 to 3, 4 times, even up to 5 times in 24 hours, a small baby going is quite okay. No problem.
Okay. So another question is 1.5 month pregnancy, mother has a constipation problem, unable to pass free motion on daily basis.
Yeah, ask her to switch to Ambali for the next 3-4 weeks.
Okay.
Foxtail millet one day, kodo millet one day, like that. Little millet 3 days. Let her make Ambali 3 to 4 times in a day. Only Ambali for 2-3 weeks. And when she is hungry, she can make idli, dosa and eat. But Ambali should be her background all the time.
Okay. So anyone
and
like
also soya kura, kashayam, soya kura juice also makes things easy for her.
Okay.
Soya kura telsa Telugu? Yeah. Dillweed antar English lo.
Yeah. Sir, so if anyone have a constipation problem after switching to millets, they can follow the same protocol, right?
Absolutely. And doskaya juice, sorkaya juice, బూడిద గుమ్మడికాయ జ్యూసు ఇవన్నీ మంచివి. అరటిపండు కషాయం రాత్రి పడుకునే ముందు పీస్ అంటే తోలుతో సహా కట్ చేసి బాగా 10 నిమిషాలు కుదించి ఫిల్టర్ చేసుకొని తాగితే పొద్దున హ్యాపీగా ఉంటారు. అరటిపండు తినొచ్చు, బట్ కొంతమందికి అరటిపండు ఇష్టం ఉండదు. ఇలా కషాయం చేసుకొని తాగితే సార్ కాన్స్టిపేషన్ విల్ బి. అండ్ మెంతాకు చాలా మంచిది. మెంతాకు కూర, మెంతాకు చట్నీ అలా చేసుకొని.
Yeah, we'll take the next question from Nilma Shah ji. Please unmute yourself and ask question.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, can Nilma ji come on my screen?
I'll try to, sir. One second.
Because I'm just seeing a blank scene and then talking.
Yeah, the thing is, I normally don't come on.
No, it's okay if you are not ready.
No. No, no, I was sitting and concentrating.
Done.
Sir, good evening. And I
Yes.
just wanted to introduce, I have met you in 2016 in your farm outside Bangalore,
Wow,
where you had
very good.
served us with all the millet,
Yes.
sadam, sambar sadam, payasam and everything.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it was a real pleasure that I'm able to even talk to you today, sir.
Yes, yes, nice.
Thank you. My question is, you said about seasonal fruits in the region.
Yes.
Regional fruit. Do we, because now we have all the fruits available, I really don't have idea what is Indian food and the regional fruits over here. Because
That's it.
strawberry,
Yeah, see, so sad. We have lost the knowledge also.
yes, sir. In fact,
Yes.
even I think Google can't give me that answer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they are not looking it in that way, in that
Yes.
fashion.
So is there
Yeah.
anywhere where you get this information? Because then that will be a proper kind of guidance if I could get it. Because I trying very best, but then since you said even apple doesn't belong to that was a shock for me. Like,
Yeah, apple belongs to Kashmir, not to Indian conditions.
I mean,
only
yeah.
Kashmir. Yeah.
Yeah, not for
And the sad story of apple is that they pluck 3 to 4 months before, and then they have alar, and around it they have wax it, and then they make it.
proper.
That's what we are all eating.
Sir,
So,
you mentioned, sorry to interrupt, you mentioned strawberries for New Zealand, not for us. So what about if you strawberries?
Canada. Strawberries for Canada.
Canada, yeah.
Anyway,
What about strawberries growing in Karnataka? And
yeah, yeah. People make a lot of efforts to grow these things unnatural. You see, soybean is also not our thing, but we are growing. So all these things are there. So yeah, it is important that we know. See, our local fruits, basically South Indian local fruits, I mentioned 5 to 7 fruits. Okay, sitapal, chiku, orange, jackfruit, Goa. Goa is Jamapandu, okay, Guava, and then Jambu front, that is Nerle we call in
that
Kannada.
the purple.
Yeah,
skin and
purple jam.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And fig trees, a lot of different varieties of fig, Medipandu antam. See, Medipandu are wonderful. These are local, which disappeared from the market. I agree with you. I mean, I'm not saying what you said is wrong, but we all need to work backwards to make these things appear again in our markets, local markets. So, sitapal, guava, chiku, and if I'm not wrong, we had around 108 varieties of banana when I was growing up. My God, it's now we have, see, anywhere you go, you see 3 or 4 in Hyderabad, Bangalore, everywhere. See, this is the sadness of the present system. That's what I'm talking about. So once, see, till I came and spoke about decoctions, people didn't, in fact, I had tough time telling people what is people tree.
Wow.
People didn't know what it was, Ravi Chettu, ela untundi. I mean, we have no time to tell people what is what, which is around. I mean, that is the state of affairs that we are living in. I totally agree with your question, and yeah, and in that, I think a lot of NGOs, lot of Sanghalu should have their job cut out and explaining these things. That's why I told in my lecture that this should be our curriculum. This should be what we teach in our schools. You understand? So yeah, I'm trying to make these things happen. So if someone keeps talking about it, I hope somewhere some things can click. See, we are against the system. The problem is the system is in the hands of these established corporate companies. Be it chief minister, I'm not against chief minister or this fellow, that fellow and all. They're all party to, and we are also party to the whole system. So everyone has to keep changing, talk about it, and slowly get things happen. That's the way it is. So I have mentioned the fruits that we should be eating and we should not be eating, especially soybean, this sweet corn that we go to malls and then eat. It is absolutely dangerous, very dangerous for your kids and for yourself. So let's keep talking about these things through these kinds of meetings and that.
Yeah.
Sudhir, have you recorded this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything is recorded.
Yeah, please, let's put it on YouTube and let
Yes.
more and more people get this. This is a good question, and the way to do things is like that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I think I'll advise even my family about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Thank
that's
you,
where
sir.
our health is. And that's where our surroundings can be better and our farmers will be better. See, we are all eating apples. Which farmer are you paying?
Outside India. Correct. Or China.
So if you are eating Goa and then Chiku, you will pay our farmers. Whether even if you pay 5 rupees, it's okay. At least 5 rupees you give our farmer. Now we are not doing that.
Correct.
That's the problem. Yeah.
The cycle is getting stopped.
Yeah, cycle is completely broken. So we need to establish so that our villages become stronger both in economy as well as health. So we need to buy what our villagers can grow easily without any hangama. We should give value to them.
So the next question is, a mother is asking, her baby is completing 6 months by next week. Teeth also coming, and the kid is showing a lot of interest to fruits. Now the question is, can she give the seasonal fruits along with the breast milk?
Yes, please. No doubt about that. Different kinds of fruits, whatever she like, just keep giving.
Even kid is not 9 months old.
Yeah, fine. If she's wanting to eat later, it's too little early. But if she likes to eat fruits, it's okay. But as long as she's feeding her baby, it's good.
Okay.
She should not stop giving milk, thinking that she's eating fruits and only fruits.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Next question will take Sunita ji. Ask your question. Sunita ji, ask your question. Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hello, Dr. Khadar. So wonderful
Hello.
to talk to you. I met you in Dubai when you were here with the Tamil community 2 years ago, and so I'm so excited to talk to you.
Where are you now?
I'm in Dubai still.
Oh God.
Yes. I wish you come back because I met you and your daughter and all. It was so
Yes.
lovely, but it was a very short visit. I wanted to know what are the things we can eat here? The leaves, the decoctions.
Yeah, you will get your palm, that what is called the khajur. That those leaves are kashyams are very good for people who live in that area.
Date
And
palm.
then yeah, what do you call that? Khajur leaves.
Khajur,
Date palm.
Date palm. No, silver date palm is Gita. Khajur is different. Some other things. Whatever you see it everywhere. I've seen that. And you also get mint. Mint is there available. Lot of it. Mint is very good for you. Very good mint, and of course basil. It grows everywhere. You can grow it in your apartment or compartment, wherever you are. And also I saw some bok chai. I mean, the Chinese are there. They're growing bok chai. That's a very good decoction you can drink regularly. And mint, gongura I saw a few places in market. Of course, I think Indians were selling or something like that.
Yeah, we get all the leaves. We get methi, we get coriander.
The coriander is good. Methi is very good. And banana I saw. Banana, a lot of bananas are there. So you can have banana decoction. That's also very good. Banana decoction is very good. And haldi is very good. And turmeric, that is haldi, and ginger is also excellent. And lavang kashayam is very good. And for brain tumors, this and that, dalchini chekke, that is cinnamon, is a fantastic decoction. And for peaceful mind, that works wonders. Banana and dalchini chekke. So I have seen. In fact, if I were to stay for a week or so, I could actually gather more information and give you there.
Yes, you need to come. You go everywhere, but you're not here.
No. People have to call me.
We get your Siridhanya millets. So I mean, we really need it badly here. And
now I'm hoping after this corona, more people are going towards growing millets, and we want to flood every market from India.
Yes, because there's lots of Indian vendors here. But whenever I ask them about Siridhanya, they're saying it's very difficult to get it here. I said, why?
No, that's because the governments have made some policies not to have these grains, because once these grains their industrial food culture gets disturbed. See, that is the thing. That's why we have a lot of restrictions from various governments to import this thing. In fact, we are finding the same problem with England. Many people want it, but they have so many rules, that is a problem. Yeah, so these things we have to work it out. And these are all, these are not natural things. These are all autocratic, and systems clearances are all, this depends on their moods. And so, these all things have to happen. Yeah, I understand this. These are all problems we are facing. But one thing is for sure, in India, there is no problem. We will grow as much as the whole world wants. We can actually. I'm hoping the movement has begun right now, and the people, farmers are all getting aware. In another 3 to 5 years, I think we will be able to produce enough for the whole world, if for whole India right now, and and in coming future, the whole world will start looking at it. See, once we become healthy, India is healthy, then people start looking at it. Oh, why are they healthy? Why are they not falling sick? Why are they? That is the kind of impact we want to create in coming
because
future.
now everybody has become very health conscious, especially now, and everyone wants to eat good food. But when I talk about millets, they say, okay, where can we buy it? And then I'm stuck.
Yes, I understand.
And doctor, I want to know the local foods here, because I eat a lot of Indian food like dal chawal and all that. Now, should we continue eating that or eat more local food? Because you said you should be regional, like you should eat from the country.
Yeah, local vegetarian food is good, whatever it is.
But so I can still eat my Indian food, no?
Absolutely, you can. You're an Indian, so you can eat Indian food.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know, because I don't live on falafel and hummus and.
Yeah. But I understand what you're talking. Yeah. No, the same materials you take and make Indian food. That's all.
Okay. Thank you so much, doctor.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice talking to you. Yeah.
What you mentioned, like, use same material available local, but make our Indian variety dishes. That is a perfect answer, I think.
Yes.
And we'll take a few more questions from SB. Name with SB. Please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir. I have a question about the procedure of births happening in the hospitals.
Yeah.
So I live in US, and there is a lot of chemicals used, like for inducing the birth, and then epidural, painkiller.
I know, ma. I know all the procedures. Yeah, I'm aware of it. Yeah, go ahead.
So how can we get away from that? And I see some people do home births here, but that's not a thing possible for us here.
Just come to India.
Yeah.
In fact, just a coincidence, that is the same reason why we came back to India. I didn't want to have my baby go through, or my wife go through that. In fact, my baby was conceived in America, but we came back to India just for the same reason.
I mean, in India, it is even more, right? In India also, we don't have any home births there,
no, not really. There are a lot of places now. Actually, in Hyderabad and Bangalore, there are few nursing homes who are doing this job. And if you can choose to have the baby delivered in the house, you can. In a lot of villages, even now in India, many births are taking place in the houses. So no, we are not completely that bad as much as in America. So it is possible. It is possible to have. But
here also,
if you go through this food, as I have been telling, that these 5 grains are both local as well as universal. So in America, the brown top millet was the staple food long ago. So you can eat the 5 grains. I think in America, you are able to get some of the grains. So
yes, we are following strictly the Khadar, I mean, your diet, sir. We are following your lifestyle here strictly, but we are not able to get the decoctions, the leaves for the decoctions.
I have actually made a list for American conditions. That list is not with you?
No, only for the coronavirus I have the 7
Yeah, that will serve you even for your regular thing also.
Infertility.
So if you have that, that's good enough. You continue for your baby's birth also, that will work wonders.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
So the next question is about can pregnant women can take barley water?
Yeah, barley once in a while, yes, but as long as you have these 5 grains, nothing is required. Nothing else is required.
So even in some case, no, in the summers due to excess heat, many prefer barley water.
No, we have wonderful little millet and kodo. It will cool your body, and fenugreek. No, you can have barley water. I'm not against it, but
Okay, yeah.
It's not necessary for us.
Okay, yeah. We'll take the
You
next.
can have. I'm absolutely nothing against it. Once in a week, you can certainly have barley water. Nothing to worry.
Okay. We'll take the question from Arun Kumar. Please unmute yourself. Arun Kumar.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So can we have another 2-3 questions and wind up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful lecture, sir. Actually, I'm great. We are family is greatly indebted to you because after following your protocol, my wife got conceived and we have 5 months old baby boy with us. This is only because
fantastic. Not because of me, because of the you following the right thing.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. After just following, after 3 months, positive result came. But after struggling for 10 years, even we went to IUI also, nothing worked. But immediately,
that's the beauty of nature. See, people called me many times miracle man. I said I am not a miracle man because we can repeat it 1,000 times or 10,000 times. So a miracle can happen once or twice, that's called miracle. But people, because you're following unnatural things, when natural thing makes it possible so easily, people think it is miracle because you are living in a unnatural world. When you come to nature's folds, everything happens so smoothly and casually. So I actually don't want the credit. I just want to give you the credit. That's all.
Yeah.
Great, sir. Sir, my question is that my wife is breastfeeding our baby. So can she take this Sapta Kashaya?
Absolutely. No problem.
No problem, sir.
Absolutely. And let her include the pearl millet in her meals for another 4 or 5 months. Yeah, that gives good milk for the mother. She can give a lot of milk, enough for the baby for some more time. Yeah. If a mother and father do not have problem, they should be feeding the baby up to 2 years.
Oh,
yes.
Along with.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, boss. Yeah,
sir,
we need
next
to
question
close.
is, raw diet is the easiest to digest compared to the cooked food. However, given the fact that most of the veggies, fruits have a chemical on it, is it okay to take raw food or cooked vegetables?
No. I first of all don't like the raw food is the easy to digest sentence itself. That's not true. Not all raw food can be digested easily. Only very few vegetables and few fruits can be digested. Can you digest potato? Can you digest drumstick? No. So there is this movement called raw food thing. No. I personally don't think human digestive system can take only raw food. That's not true at all. And the staple food cannot be eliminated, and the carbohydrate based grains are the main source of energy. And you see, for conducting ourselves through 24 hours with various activities, fellows like now software fellows or someone who is simply sitting and talking like me, can manage with fruits and vegetables, few of them. But the diversity of the materials that the nature offers to us, you have to have cooking, and it has come from time immemorial. We have cooked for a long millennia, and so don't eliminate cooking because someone said raw food is good. Yeah, raw food is good. It is not bad, but that's not good enough. That, let me make it very clear. Raw food is good, but it is not good enough. That is very clear. So you need to cook your food, and it's all together. It is the total thing. It's not just raw food is good, this is not good, that is. You need diversified. So you need oils too. You need oils too. We were eating different kinds of oil seeds like that. Now we have evolved into natural technique of bull-driven Ghani oils are excellent conditions it creates. We have actually used for differently abled autistic kids, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. We have reversed all these bad diseased conditions through extracted bull-driven Ghani oils. So I'm not denying technology. See, the old-time technology where there was no machines involved, very evolved, drawn-out processes like extracting oil naturally, standard temperature and pressure, no increased heat, and with wood, Ghani, not metals. So all these things are important, and human culture, civilization has come up to certain level, and it is important. You see, I cannot be like a cat, I mean, our system is not designed like that. So we have evolved, the brain is there. We need to know what is wrong, what is right. And that is the thing. See, natural sweet. People are saying raw food, and he is eating sugar. Huh? All these guys, they add sugar. Why are they eating sugar then? Sugar is dangerous. So natural sweeteners are there, like palm jaggery and jackfruit syrups and maple syrup. You go to North American side, maple trees, just you drill a hole. Canada. North American continent, you just drill a hole and maple tree will give you syrup, which is sweet. You just boil it, you have wonderful sweet. And that's the sweet those guys should be consuming. They don't need palm jaggery. They can make maple jaggery. See, that's what I'm talking about. So don't, raw food is the best. That's the wrong statement. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think there are many questions waiting, but
yeah, you write this. Raw food is good, but not good enough.
Yeah. There are many questions, but because we are running out of time.
Yeah. We will have some other time. Okay, one more session later, a month later or so.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Basvaraju. I don't know whether he is in now. Yeah, he made this happen, and you are, of course, the
thank you, sir. Thank you
running the show. Thank you all. Thank you all. I love you.
Yes, sir. I think we got disconnected. Yeah, thank you, Baswaraj Garu and Biophilians Kitchen team for supporting and working in the background. Yeah, I think we lost sir. Yeah, thank you all. With this, we'll conclude today's discussion, today's webinar. And whatever the questions we have, we'll share the protocols, the books, and everything, all the information in the NELG WhatsApp group. All you have to do is just send a WhatsApp message to 630-101-6099. With a different topic, we'll meet next week. Thank you all.